game of 2022 done and dusted, in the bag. We're leaving Bangkok tomorrow, heading to Australia with a lot of positives to take from this game. I've just been speaking to a few people there, a few journalists, and we're all chatting there regarding what is a positive from that more than another, because there's no negative from that game. What we looked at, what the most positive thing was the actual system, what was implemented by Ten Hag. We wondered how he was going to work it. We wondered who was going to be that number 9. We said in training yesterday in the open session that we see Martial at the top of the three, with Sancho and Rashford either side of him and Bruno just behind. That is exactly how we played it today. Massive performances for Sancho, massive ones for Martial, who got man of the match. Rightly so, probably. We're seeing the Martial of old tonight, and yeah, not getting carried away. It is pre-season. I went all the way back and had a conversation with Ryan just then a minute ago saying, look, remember when Van Gaal came in and we smashed Liverpool 5-0? We won every single game in pre-season, won all the trophies that were available in pre-season, like the one we just won today. And then first game of the season, Premier League, lost at home to Swansea. It is just a way, you've just got to take it as it is. It's pre-season, it's a good performance, there's a lot more energy in that team. That's what you've got to look at. There's a completely different Man United there. The work rate off the ball was off the scale, and for us to actually look like we're a week ahead of what Liverpool was is credit to the fitness coaches and the way Ten Hag has gone at these players. You can see they look fitter, they look sharper, and the press was there. There was triggers at different stages for the press every single time to go. Scott McTominay and Fred worked as a two, and they stayed as a two very close together. First half, Diaz was a threat down the left-hand side for Liverpool. That's because United stayed strict in a press system and the midfield, where when Liverpool had the ball in their half and was just coming up to the halfway, and it looked like that was the trigger, Scott McTominay and Fred were never 10 yards apart, and they moved together. Even if they left gaps behind them, which Diaz then exposed, they still stayed with that. It's like they didn't get drawn away from each other, and it was like an acceptance that you're going to lose possession. It was like an acceptance that you was going to give chances away, but if you kept to the system and you kept to it strictly, you would create chances yourself. It's exactly what happens, because Sancho and Rashford over the top from Bruno, it was just working. The full-backs, Dello was excellent, Shaw put some cracking balls down the line as well, and that for me was our opening day of the season team. As it is right now, with no one else coming in, you've got to say that back line, barring Harry Maguire, and that's I'll touch on that in a minute, but Lindelof and Varane, Dalot, Shaw, the midfield two of Fred and McTominay. Whether or not Frenkie de Jong will be in by the start of the season, that's going to then change that. But as it is there, if you go into the start of the season against Brighton with that team, with that tempo, with everything that they put in there effort-wise, and that system and that press and the way they interchanged, it would be more than enough. Yeah, we do still need more players, and like I said at the start, we still need improvement. We need more players. It's not good enough. It is only pre-season. Yes, Liverpool will come back stronger. It just feels good that we're actually ahead of them fitness-wise. It means that we've actually got something that we didn't have last season, which was effort, which was fitness in the end, because we looked like we were just running out of steam after 70 minutes every game. Yeah, we changed the team at half-time. It was a full 11. Then Liverpool brought on their first team with about half an hour to go, and you're thinking, well, this is a team with Pellistri, Ahmad. You've got Malacia making his debut. You've got Savage, you've got Iqbal in the middle. We've got Alex Telles playing at centre-back with Eric Bailly and Wan-Bissaka, who hasn't been in good form at right-back. You're thinking, here we go, Liverpool are going to come on strong now. But we held our own, and a massive mention to Savage, and especially Iqbal in the middle. Iqbal has got something. Yeah, pre-season again, I know, but the way he took the ball and the way he demanded the ball off the back line, in any position, he was happy to take the ball and take control of it and set the tempo of every single move in that second half. It came from Eric Bailly marauding forward, which is something good to see from a centre-back. I've not seen that for a long time in this football club. Great play from Ahmad. Then releasing Pellistri in the middle, give Virgil van Dijk the eye, slotted him in, Pellistri with a great finish. Well, scuffed it into the corner, I should say, but still the move was there. It was like a breakdown, and we had a centre-back with confidence to carry the ball forward. That, I think, is going to be something that we see a lot of under Ten Hag. And that brings me on to Harry Maguire. Obviously, he made the statement yesterday in the press conference where he said, look, Harry Maguire is definitely my captain. It means you can't really drop a captain, that's the problem. But if Lindelof and Varane play the way that they play together, then you're going to be struggling to drop one of them players. If it works, it works. That's why I was surprised. I knew he didn't want to answer the question, to be honest. That's what I thought with Ten Hag in the press conference. It was a question he didn't really want, but he's not seen the players yet. He's going to go with what was there before, obviously, at the start, but it may change because the performances don't match. And I'm not saying Harry Maguire isn't going to get back to the Harry Maguire that we bought and why we bought Maguire, because he did have a good start at his United career. If Ten Hag brings out more in Harry Maguire, then maybe he can be in this system. The other interesting point was, and a few of the other journals picked up on it, was David De Gea, and we talked about it, how he works in this system. He's going to have to be a bit braver, and he was out of his box sharpish, he was covering everything, and you can actually see that this team has been working on something. It has been working on a system and a plan, and it is clear. It was clear there today. Yes, it was a tiring Liverpool team who weren't quite at the races, changes all over the place, but what was good was when our first team was changed in the first half, the young kids came on the second, played exactly the same way. Yeah, the quality wasn't there as much, but it was still the same system, and you have to take 100% credit from that game. Pre-season and Liverpool being off the boil was the only negative, but moving ahead to the next game, positive start to pre-season. That's how I'm going to wrap it up. Guys, let me know what you think. Get your comments in below. Like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. Pre-season's off to a bang.